Hey everybody, welcome back to my 365 challenge. This is day 320. Thanks for joining me. Oh, let's see, a few things today. I went to Oakland, West Oakland, to be specific. I dropped in on a studio where I'm helping these cats dial in their space a little bit with some acoustic treatment and some tips about, setting up and speaker placement and orientation in the room and things like that. And quick sidebar, it's amazing how much you can improve the sound of your environment just by where you put the stuff that you already have. Just saying. So anyway, so it's cool. I enjoy passing on information like that. And then, took some measurements. I'll build a few things. And get them on their way to having a sweet sounding space. So this studio was over in the West Oakland industrial area under like West Grand Avenue viaducts and stuff. And as I was winding my way back in there, man, there's some hard living going on over there. There's a whole little city it's shantytown, man. It's harrowing. it's wow, it's sobering. So that stuff's going on right here in River City. So just, kind of going through my own stuff lately, being fed up with stuff, not being as careful as I should be about my body chemistry and how that just affects me harshly sometimes. From a philosophical point of view, I got nothing to whine about. I know that. So it's not, on that level, it's not what it's about. It's mostly chemical for me, man. It just gets out of control, and then it's not that I forget what an amazing life I have. All things considered, things are pretty good. Yeah, and I know a lot of, and with all the stuff that's going on right now, all the anxiety about coming to grips with race and inequality and justice issues at large, the financial wallop, the way the economy's been kind of messed with like a rag doll, and the whole COVID thing and the panic and the political stuff. When I was over in Oakland today, and the things I saw reminded me of, the favela. Somebody can correct me on that. These just dirt, poor industrial wasteland kind of living environments for a lot of people around the planet. And then what popped into my head after that was something I heard a speaker who was promoting a film at one of the Telluride film festivals at one of the mountain films. He was a former child soldier in, I want to say Ghana, it could have been Ivory Coast, I can't remember, an African country. And he was, kidnapped and forced into being a child soldier, 10 or 12 years old. And he managed to escape from that, or was somehow liberated from that. And at that point, he'd been making these kind of NGO-sponsored speaking tours around the world to raise awareness. And a question from the audience was asked, or was prefaced. A woman said, well, I know that my suffering doesn't at all compare to yours. And she was going to go into a kind of a but, insert it, whatever the issue was. This is a long time ago. I remember this part of it. And he stopped her and he says, wait, suffering is suffering. And you can't compare your suffering to my suffering. Your suffering is your suffering. And yeah, so what we're going through here, I don't know, is that worse than what's going on in Syria? Yemen? I don't know. Suffering is suffering. It's odd. I don't wish anybody to suffer. Really don't. Even those who would rightfully bring suffering on themselves because of their heinous actions. I don't wish it on them. Karma's karma. Sort of takes care of things. Eventually. Something else. Just looking through some Facebooks today. I am surprised at the number of Trump supporters there are in my friends of friends kinds of connections. And I'm just thinking, how do you keep them in your loop? How do you do that? Because it's not that I can't quite fathom it, because I've been around enough just vicious stupidity in my life. I've seen it up close. So I can kind of get that. I can kind of see that for what it is. But my ability to tolerate it is pretty low. To put up with it. To put up with that kind of willful intellectual deficit, that willful cognitive deficit, poverty. The moral poverty it takes to support a creature like Trump. It's just, that part is always stymied me a bit. Odd. Friend of mine, client of mine also, but friend of mine, asked me to transcribe a song for her. And it's cool, an Abbey Lincoln tune. I'm just going to do the hook, and then maybe I can have Michelle over sometime. We'll do the whole tune. The world is falling down, hold my hand. Hold my hand, hold my hand, hold my hand. Something like that. The world is falling down, hold my hand. That's a trip. I'm going to try to have some folks over for my 365. That's 46 days. That's less than 7 weeks. 6.5 weeks. I'll have to find the exact day. And maybe we'll do a little live stream action for that. But for now, I hope everybody's taking care, staying healthy. And until next time, the world is falling down, hold my hand. Hold my hand, hold my hand, hold my hand. Something like that. Take care.